Yes, welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Of course, the Rugby League, South Australian National Rugby League Grand Final was on the weekend. My team, the Western Warriors, got over your team, the Eels, nicely, 24-18, mate. And of course, Shane Franklin, the captain's been good enough to come in and tell us about how we wiped you, along with the Peri whacker, the president. How are you, boys?
Yeah, good, thanks, boys. Yourselves?
I'd say
really
congratulations too, mate. You're not looking too bad early in the week.
Yeah, I was a little banged up, and probably Monday was probably a little worse for wear, but yeah, come Wednesday we're feeling pretty good.
Mate, we had the Eels boys in last week and they were feeling it was going to be a tight game. They thought they were confident going in, which you always are, 24-18. Where do you reckon the game opened up for you guys?
Oh, just our defence. Our defence was really good. There was just everyone really put their body on the line. There were so many players. If I couldn't name one or two because everyone really put their body on the line. And a few of their tries, were just lucky tries, I reckon. And when the game was really on the line, we just gave it to them. We just belted them.
Because you were 1-1 during the year, was that right? You guys, you won one, lost one with each other, you and the Eels. So it was always going to be a bit like that. It was going to be a bit close, although they said that they got you a bit early when you may have been a little undermanned or whatever.
Yeah, I think when we played them at Rosewater, I think it was round 2 or 3. They had a couple of their big names out.
Yeah.
So we got up over them there. Then we played them at Air Sports Park, and yeah, we were a few numbers down that day, and they put 50 on us. It's
been a really good year for you guys, though. The move to Rosewater, the Oval there, which is I see a few clubs are actually doing that sort of thing now, which has got to help you. But it's been a really good year for you, and you cap it off with a flag. So you'd be really looking forward to doing some recruiting and going on next year.
Yeah, recruiting. We've got Growing for Gold coming up, an incentive through the local council to attract more juniors. It was a huge move moving to Rosewater. They've welcomed us with open arms. I don't think we... yeah, it's just been great. It's just, Terence and his committee have been good. The feedback we get on game days with our home games, nearly all the clubs like it. So it's been a real big move for us.
Did you go back to Rosewater after the win? Did you celebrate back there, or did you go somewhere else?
No, we went back to Rosewater.
Yeah.
Yes.
No wonder they can. They've just bought 2 new players for next year.
Yeah. With the money over the bar.
Over the bar. The money. Would have been a big night. Would have been a really big night.
Hey, Peri, it is always easier to build on the back of success. It carries for a little while. Do you feel that this is going to move the club forward a little bit more?
I think so. Last year the Warriors won the Spring Nines. And I think we've built on that moving into the 13-man comp for this season. And now, I think out of last year, the Warriors made the grand final last year, and I think this year there would have been 3 players from last year's, 3 or 4 players that are still with the club from last year's grand final. The rest are all new recruits. So hopefully we're going to build on that, plus our junior and women's.
Hey, Shane, normally after you win a grand final, mate, there's normally a couple of players that say, that's it for me, I'm getting out while I'm on top. Do you sense on the back of, you've got a lot of younger players in, yourself look like you were going to go around no worries. Do you think any of the boys are going to say, no, I'm out?
Well, Big Joe, he said he wants that to be his last game, but it's funny that they always say that. I think we could get him back. I think he'd get itchy feet.
That's
so,
right.
But he's the only one that said he's hanging up the boots. He wants to go out on a premiership. So if he doesn't come back, congratulations, Joe.
Yeah, the old statesman.
Yeah.
42, 44 years old, still getting out
47,
there running around.
Yeah.
47?
48, yeah, he's up there.
Wow.
Who would be the oldest guy playing this year? Big Joe would have to be pretty close, wouldn't he?
No, we've got Sefa. I think Sefa's 44. If my memory corrects me, and he had a blinder on Sunday.
So he'll be back?
I think he might be back for 1 more year.
Yeah, he'll be back.
It's pretty hard to hang up the boots.
Yeah. Oh, it's very hard. Yeah. It's important that you guys make the most of this, though, isn't it, now? Because, ride the wave. You've gone top. You're with us today. It's important that you recruit on top of that now, so you keep the momentum going into next year. You can't just forget. Okay, we've won a flag, let's not worry about it. But a lot of people know now that you have won that flag. So a lot of people in that area know that you won that flag. So it's important that you make the most of it in your recruiting.
Yeah, especially with our juniors. Like, we're pretty very thin on juniors this year. So unfortunately for our playing group, you know, their season sort of kind of stops. We do have the spring nines coming up. But unfortunately with our committee, you know, as you guys know, it never stops.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to keep marketing, and we just got to try and build our junior base. You know, Rosewater's great. Now we've got a home. You know, we'll start attracting juniors, and you know, hopefully we can grow from there.
Yeah, mate. I know we want to finish up on a good note with the Western Warriors, like you guys have. Had a great season. State of Origin, first game, coming to Adelaide. Sometimes the people in Adelaide don't understand the magnitude of what that means
It's
to
huge.
Queensland, New South Wales. It's going to be massive here in Adelaide, isn't it?
It will be. And I suppose it falls back onto our COVID restrictions too at the Oval. But Origin's huge. You know, the eastern states, they all get behind it. I'm a huge Queensland supporter, so like I'm looking forward to Origin coming to Adelaide.
Yeah, I reckon the people here need to. It's nearly impossible to get a ticket to it. You know, so when you talk about it coming to Adelaide, there will be people coming from Queensland, New South Wales to get tickets to come and watch it in Adelaide because they can't get them in New South Wales or Queensland.
That's right, and there'll also be, given the way that the people in SA support these things as well. You know, you can put any game you like on the Adelaide Oval, and they will get there. They're a great state. SA is a great state for supporting big events like that, and that's a massive event.
Well, mate, congratulations. It's been a great
good on
year
you
for
guys.
the Western Warriors. Well done on winning the grand final. We'll follow with interest whether Big Joe comes back and whether you guys are back in the finals next year. Stay with us. Still, a bit more to come.